Hey everybody, my name is Jeremy Siskind. I'm the author of some great books playing solo jazz piano, solo standards for piano. I know those have a lot of the same words, but I promise you they're different books. And I've got a 3-part jazz piano fundamental series. Do you know that you can get great deals on packages of these books together at jeremysiskind.com? That's right, savings at jeremysiskind.com. You can't afford not to. Okay, I'm done being silly. Today I want to talk about an important element of comping called, by me, the push-off. Okay, the push-off is 2 comps back to back, 2 eighth notes, one on the beat followed by one off the beat. And the reason that this is so important is that we love to use it while comping, and because the articulation is really specific. And if you can get this articulation really good, then chances are you're going to have really good jazz articulation in general. So the stakes are potentially high. So let me demonstrate some push-offs for you, and then I'm going to show you a bunch of kind of cool exercises, adding push-offs to the Count Basie rhythm. So push-off would sound like this: 2, 3, 4. Right, so 2 eighth notes. These are swung eighths, of course. That was a push-off from beat 1, but we could use a push-off from any beat. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay. On beat 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And then beat 4, 1, 2, 3. The push-offs could be 2 of the same chords, or we could do something like a side step, and we could go. So let's talk about that articulation, though, before we get to the actual playing examples. So the key to the articulation of the push-off is that there's absolutely no space in between the 2 chords. And in order to do that, what we do, and I wish that I could demonstrate, from the side. Someday we'll have that technology. We'll have like a matrix camera going all around. How we're doing that is you press the key down, and then you don't quite let it come all the way up. You let it come slightly up, and before it comes back up, you snap back. So we can practice this in slow motion. I've probably done this on the channel before. I like this exercise. So press the key down, and then slowly let it come up, and then snap back before it comes up. Let's do it again. Press the key down, and actually, I forgot. We want to press it down silently because we want to practice really controlling the key. So I've got my keys down silently. You can use whatever chord you want. I'm using an F7. And now, just as slowly as you can, guide the key up. And before it gets to its resting place, snap back. And now, that push-off is just that process slightly, or a lot, sped up. You're pressing the key down, you're guiding it back up, and then you're snapping back. Right? And by the way, this is absolutely an articulation that we use melodically as well. If I'm playing C jam blues, I would be using that same articulation. Now, one more thing, as you might notice as I play the melody of the C jam blues, I prefer for the note that we're springing off of, the second note of the push-off, to be louder. We give it a nice dit accent. And same thing if we're doing 2 chords. Because we're going from an on beat to an off beat, in jazz we generally like to make the off beats louder than the on beats. So I'm going in with soft hands into that first chord, and then really springing off of that second chord. So let me show you how we're going to practice this, and you're going to have to look at my really, really bad handwriting. I'm sorry for that. It's only going to get worse. This first part looks okay. So we're going to start with what I call the Count Basie rhythm, right? This is named after, Count Basie's famous ending. But this is a pretty common rhythm in jazz comping, and I'm going to show you how you can add push-offs to this rhythm. So first, just playing the rhythm, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Again. Good. I would love for you to do this at the piano. If you can't get to the piano, feel free to do it at your desk. I have dropped a pen. I should pause the video, but it'll take just a second. Excuse me. Okay, I'm back. Now, how will we add push-offs? Well, there's so many different ways that we can ornament this rhythm with push-offs. So here I'm adding an extra chord on beat on the and of 1 to create a push-off from beat 1 to the and of 1. So 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, are you doing this with me? You better do this with me. I'm telling you. I swear to God, I'll come over there. Try it. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2. Again, a 1, 2. And again. 2. Last time. Okay, so check in with your articulation. Is there any space in between the first and the second chord? There should not be any space. You should be playing with a down-up motion. The first chord goes down, the second chord goes up. What we really don't want to hear is two separate chords with two separate motions. Listen to what we don't want to hear. 1, 2. Doesn't really sound like swing. It's no good. That articulation makes all the difference. Okay. Continuing on, we could also add the push off, not off of beat 1, but off of beat 3 here. So I've added a chord on the end of 3, and now the rhythm sounds like this. 1, 2. I love that. So grooving. Sorry, the stem is a little weird because I did a lot of copying and pasting here, but that's just a regular old eighth note. You don't have to think too hard about that second measure. All right, do this with me. So 1, 3, 4, 1, 2. Again, a 1, 2. And again, go 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2. Killer. All right, moving along. This is what's called a double push-off. Ooh, double push-off. Okay, notice we're still ending on an offbeat. That is crucial, but I'm adding more chords ahead of it. You can hear a good example of this is Wynton Kelly on the track Remember by Hank Mobley. He uses a lot of these double push-offs where he goes ga-da-da, Now the hard thing here, so now we have 3 chords. We want 0 space in between these 3 chords. No space. So it's kind of down, down, up. And the softest one should be the middle one. This is tricky. I would practice it on your lap or on a desk first. Ga-do-da, ga-do-da. So we have a little bit of an accent on the first one, and then we really spring off the last one. So 1, 2. Play it with me, and a 1, 2. 3, 4, 1, 2. 3, 4, a 1, 2. All right, moving along. Oh, this is terribly written. So I just forgot the left-hand part here, which is all I'm referring to. There it is. Now it's fixed. So here we're doing a push-off ending on the and of 2. So remember, the original Count Basie pattern was 3, 1, and then the and of 2. So now there's a push-off off of beat 2, which is ending on the and of 2. So it's 1, 2. Do it with me. And so, by the way, I do want just a little bit of space. I always like putting space after a quarter note in jazz. So it's 1, 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2. A 1, 2. I think 1, 2. This is gonna sound weird, but the Count Basie rhythm, to me, this is really gonna sound weird, is an ab squeezing rhythm. If you're playing it right, you're doing a little bit of an ab crunch on each of these downbeats. 1, 2. That's how you get that deep, deep groove. I might be crazy. I probably am crazy, but I think there's something to that. So you get your workout here. All right, here's that same push off, but you could see we're doing a side step in my incredibly messy writing. So that's going down a half a step in order to ornament the harmony, make it a little bit more interesting, more active. And you can see I wrote some fingering down here, 2-5 to 1-4. So now you want to make it legato between your two hands. And on the top, I would do 4-5 if you can reach it. So it sounds like this: 1, 2, squeeze, dab, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze those abs. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Cool. Love that. Sounds great, right? This is a great thing to do like in a space in a solo. What is this? Triple push off. Oh my goodness, right? So we're still ending on the and of 3. We're still ending on offbeat, but we've added now 1, 2, 3 chords before it. So that's why we're calling it a triple push off, I guess. No space, and we want the offbeats to be more accented than the on beats. So listen, 1. And a 1. And a 1. 3, 4, 1. Are you playing with me? Here you go. A 1. I'm springing off of that last one. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Abs. All right, and the last one I have, certainly not the last possibility. Oh boy, that's a lot of notes. So here we're doing a triple push off with a side step plus a push off with a side step. So here we go. 1. And 1. And 1. And 1. Right, so you can still kind of feel the outline of the Count Basie rhythm, but now with these push-offs, it's really transformed into something else. So these are great workouts for you, right? Use that Count Basie rhythm and see how many different kinds of push-offs you can add, but the articulation is key, and I just witnessed so many students doing it poorly. So play along with this video if you can, and really pay attention to your gestures and to where there is and isn't space in your articulation. All right. Since this was about push-offs. Oh, by the way, I do talk about that Count Basie rhythm and some other more elaborate comping rhythms like that in Jazz Piano Fundamentals Book 2, Libro Dos. Since that entire video was about push-offs, why don't you comment with somebody that you'd like to push off of a cliff? I hope it's not me, but if it is, that's okay. As long as you comment, right? That's all that matters. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching.